Hello everyone, this is Ketisha. In this video, I'm going to go through the AQA 2022 Combined Science Biology Paper 1 Higher Tier. This is question number 5 on the topic of organization. This question is about tumors. Describe the similarities and differences between benign tumors and malignant tumors. So first, let's list some of the similarities between the benign tumors and the malignant tumors. They both result from changes in the DNA or the cells DNA or genes, and they are both as a result of uncontrolled cell growth or division. They can form a lump of cells, and they're made up of abnormal cells. Are the similarities between both of them. Differences. Now let's compare the difference between malignant tumors to benign tumors. Malignant tumors are made of cancer cells. Benign tumors are not, or benign tumors are made up of cells that are more similar to normal cells. Malignant tumors usually grow faster than benign tumors. Malignant tumors invade neighboring tissues, but benign tumors do not. And malignant tumors can spread to other parts of the body, but benign tumors stay in one place or travel. Cells can travel in the blood, but benign tumors do not. And malignant tumors can form secondary tumors. Benign tumors do not. Giving 2 similarities and 2 differences is more than enough for the 4 marks, but I would give 3 of each just to be sure. Right. Figure 10 shows data about skin cancer in males and females for different age groups in the UK. It shows the number of new cases of skin cancer in 1 year and the number of people with skin cancer per 100,000 population in 1 year. So these types of graph can be confusing, but the x-axis is the same for all. The y-axis on the right-hand side goes from 0 to 120. That's for the number of people with skin cancer per 100,000 population. So that's for this bit. So this on the right-hand side. And the bar graph values are on the left-hand side. So number of new cases of skin cancer, that goes from 0 to 120. So the scale is slightly different for both. There are no new cases of skin cancer diagnosed in people younger than 15 years of age. Well, if you're 15 and younger, then the amount of time that you've been exposed to UV radiation, skin cancer is mainly coming from UV radiation from the sun, then you haven't been exposed to UV radiation that much for you to get skin cancer at that age. So this age group has little exposure to ionizing radiation or little exposure to carcinogens, so less cell or DNA damage. Give 2 conclusions about the number of new cases of skin cancer. So number of new cases, which side are we looking at? We are looking at this scale in terms of the number of new cases is on the left hand side. So we are looking at the bar graph. If you look at the bar graph, the shaded bar is for males. So females are always higher at this point. Higher, they're high here, and they seem to be nearly equal. And then the number of male cases actually increases after age 60. And then it keeps on increasing. So 2 conclusions. Yes, some examples. More females than males are diagnosed each year up to age 59 years. So it will be helpful if I bring in the graph a little bit. Let me do that. So here's the graph. Should be able to see a little bit, right? So give two conclusions about the number of new cases of skin cancer. So we're looking at the number of new cases. More females than males are diagnosed each year. So the female, the white bar is actually much higher, up to age 59. More new cases in males than in females from 60 years onwards. From 60 years onwards, the number of male is higher. Greatest number of people in both males and females are diagnosed in age between 65. So this age group, the bars are the highest in both cases, males and females. And the number of new cases increases in males up to age 65 to 69 and then decreases. So from that point on, it actually is going down. The data for the number of people with skin cancer is given per 100,000 population. Suggest why the data is not given as the total number of people. Well, giving it as the total number of people is going to be confusing to account for the different group sizes, so that we can actually work it out as a percentage in a way per 100,000. Figure 10 is repeated below. Describe two trends in figure 10. Use only the data for the number of people with skin cancer per 100,000 population. So we need to use only the data which is on the right hand side, which is to do with the line graph, the dotted line and the solid line. The two trends, well, between 15 to 19 and up to about this age, females are slightly higher than males. But at the same time, they both seem to have the same rate of growth. The number of cases actually very similar. But after 55, the number of men with skin cancer is actually shooting up really fast, but female is actually continues at the same trend, so at the same rate. So if I was to draw a straight line, it's more nearly a straight line, whereas here you can actually see a sharp increase in men's cases. So number of males or females with skin cancer per 100,000 population increases with age. So in both cases is increasing with age. First pattern, in females the number per 100,000 population increases at a steady rate, and the number of cases per 100,000 population in males increases at a similar or at a slightly lower rate as in females up to age 55. And then the number of population increases at a much higher rate in males than females above 59, which is after this point. .6. The estimated population of males aged 80 to 84 years old was 694,000. Calculate the number of males aged 80 to 84 with skin cancer in that year. So looking at the graph, age 80 to 84 is basically at this point. That is 100 and so 0 to 20 is 5 boxes, so each box is 4. That makes it 116 there. So $116. Right, let me put that properly. $116 divided by 100,000, and then multiply it by 694,000. That should give me the answer, So let me bring the calculator up. 116 divided by 100,000. And then multiplied by 694,000. That gives me 805. 805.04. Number of in three significant figures, it will be 805. That brings us to the end of question number 5. I will see you in question number 6. Thank you.